Are you a big believer in a particular path, whether that is hit training or CrossFit, whatever you want to sort of, like here's a lane of fitness that, I wouldn't call it like a religion, but in the same way, like where there are certain
Yeah.
practices and like, you do this, like, do you have any favorites that you think should be on people's menus or at least people be aware of?
Nope. I'm fitness agnostic. I really honestly like the same thing when it comes to nutrition. What I care about is understanding the underlying principles and why something is working. And then you're not stuck in any one path for too long. I have been stuck in single like modalities where I was like, I'm only into kettlebells, I'm only into CrossFit, I'm only into parkour, I'm only into Olympic weightlifting. Like I've done all that before. And it was cool. Like I enjoyed it. But what I've realized is that it also blinded me quite a bit, right? To what was going on underneath. So, like for me, the first rule is move often. So, like literally anything that you do that you enjoy, that you can get in, that gets you up and moving, like that's step one. Like that's the first level, right? And then the second level is, hey, we probably should do some resistance training or some sort of strength training in general, right? A couple times a week. That is important for everybody, right? It's important for dudes in their 30s who are trying to like stay in shape and maintain muscle mass and look good and feel good. It's also important for 70-year-old grandmas who want to maintain bone density and like not break a hip when they fall, right? Like important for everybody. Whether you want to do that with a barbell, a dumbbell, a kettlebell, do it in intervals with CrossFit, do it in straight sets with hypertrophy training. Honestly, it's like different flavors of the same ice cream. It all tastes good. It's all fine if it fits you. I'm more concerned about what works for you and that you're hitting the underlying principle than being married to any one modality. And then the third thing would be like doing a little bit of flexibility and mobility training so your joints are still moving good and getting your heart rate elevated a few times a week. Once we do that, everything else is like really specific based on what you care about and enjoy. And the same thing honestly comes to nutrition. It's the same thing with nutrition. Nutrition, you have keto camp, you have intermittent fasting camp, you have paleo camp, you have Mediterranean camp, you have if it fits your macros camp. Like when you look at all of these things, what are the things that any of them do that if it works for you, what is it doing well? In general, if we want to really be broad about it, it like gets you the right amount of calories and energy that you need, whatever that is. It helps you get enough protein and fiber and vitamins and minerals. And if it's doing those things, if keto works for you, great. Well, the problem with becoming married to any one modality is that you're like, just do keto, right? Or just do this thing. Well, I've seen it. I could give you a ketogenic diet to one person and they lose a ton of weight and they feel great. And I could give it to another person and it totally doesn't work for them. And why is that? I mean, we've all done this, right? We've all had a friend who went on the diet and you're like, it didn't work for me the same way. Like, what's up? And it's because those diets are just frameworks that affect your behaviors. So now I'm getting nerdy. You told me it was okay to get nerdy on here. I'm going deep in the sauce nectar. So I could give someone like, let's say intermittent fasting. I could put someone on intermittent fasting and they could feel like, oh, I only have 6 hours to eat. I need to get in as much food as I possibly can in the 6 hours so I'm not hungry all the rest of the day. And they could actually gain weight on intermittent fasting because they're trying to just like fit it all in. And I could give intermittent fasting protocol to someone else and they're like, oh, this kind of changes my normal eating patterns. I'm not eating as much naturally because I just feel more full from meal times because I'm having bigger meals. And I just naturally eat a little less and I've lost weight. And those two people are going to be on Reddit saying very different things about whether intermittent fasting works or not, right? It's because it's not about the modality. It's about what that modality, what CrossFit, what ketogenic diet, what X thing does to affect your behavior and affect those underlying core principles. If you are able to go on a keto diet and get the right amount of energy that you need and get the nutrients and minerals and protein that you need, you're going to do great. And if you don't, it's not going to be for you. You could do CrossFit. And if you are able to do it in a way that is fun for you, that allows you to do strength training, get your heart rate up a few times a week and stay injury free, you're going to do great. And if you go on CrossFit and you just get hurt all the time because you get so competitive, you push yourself further than you should, then it's not for you. So there's not one modality in nutrition or fitness that I think any person should be married to. That being said, if you find the thing that works for you, like more power to you. You don't have like just stick with it.
That's a great point because I share similar thoughts now, but I made the same mistake in the sense of thinking that there was only one solution or one way, and being frankly stubborn about what changing.
Well, I would say the pattern that I see in general with that stuff, though, is that when you first get into anything, so like if you're just starting off in fitness or just starting to like kind of care about your diet and try to pay attention to nutrition, it is way easier to have someone say, it's black and white, this is the way, right? That's a way easier place to be. You're like, oh, cool. That just simplified my decision making process. All I have to do is worry about this one thing. And what you realize is that it's not a universal solution for everybody all the time, forever. And so when that solution stops working for you, when life changes, right? When you get into different phases in life and different seasons of life, if you're married to the one modality, then you're going to miss the different solutions that are available to you.
I think it's about being married and not being willing to adjust based on either the results or based on the season, which
Yep.
which I'm realizing for me was like, oh, you finally figured it out, and then they like changed the landscape. It's like the setting
Rules of the game changed.
Right.
Got to have a new answer. Yep.